Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Thank you all so much for being here with us. I say us, but me. Nakita is in the chat. Thank you so much for being here for this stream. Now, tonight's live stream is something a little bit different. There's no boxing. No boxing. There's no boxes that are being opened up. There's no food, and obviously no cooking. But there is something really important that we and I wanted to share with you guys. As a lot of you will know, this channel started in lockdown. It was just me. It wasn't. I didn't have any friends then. It's before I knew all of you. Started the channel in lockdown on my own, doing reactions with an aim of having a bit of fun, making people laugh, and it became a bit of a hobby. But since then, it has grown to a size which we never thought we would get to. Certainly not Mr. Beast or anything like that kind of size or anything like that. But it's sort of far exceeded what we ever thought we would ever get to. So tonight, I wanted to talk to you about the future of Mr. H and Friends, myself, and the family and the future of the channel. And it's something that's going to affect all of us moving forward. And I think the only way to sort of communicate that with all of you guys is by doing it together as friends. Mr. H and Friends. Mr. H and Friends was always you guys, always, even when I didn't have friends. Back in lockdown. So it's been a big decision, life changing decision, something we've not taken lightly at all. At all. This really does change everything. And this is not clickbait. Hopefully, you know that we're not a clickbait kind of channel as a family channel. But as there's it's been a tough year. It's been a tough 12 months. I'm not gonna lie. Both Nakita and I and our families, we've lost a great deal of people these past 12 months. As a lot of you know, my dad passed away, which was the kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, if that kind of makes sense. We've lost friends in their 40s and family and people in their 50s, people that I worked with, colleagues, people I've known for years, just all of a sudden pass. And looking at the family that we've got, seeing Alana grow up, and Alana is going to be going to school full time in September. And obviously, we've got, beautiful Elana. We've got beautiful Alissa. Alissa's 6 months now. She's got 2 teeth coming down the bottom, coming through. And it's kind of put everything into perspective. Now, as you obviously read the title, I don't like using the word quit, but I am leaving my full-time job. Nothing bad about my employer at all. Far from it. This is probably one of the reasons why it's been such a hard decision. All my colleagues that I've worked with for the past 7.5 years have been fantastic. They've supported me. They are incredible. Their work ethos is amazing. It's like a family business. They really look after their staff, and I cannot stress that more. If it was a horrible company, it'd be such an easy decision, but it hasn't. So yes, I've what we say over here, I've handed my notice in, and I did it. I actually did it a while ago, but we've sort of left it till now. My last official day working will be the end of this month. Now, scary, bloody scary. You might be thinking, wow, you must be making loads and loads of money to give up your job. I hate to break it to you. No. I and we are putting everything into this. All my money, all my life savings is going to go into the channel to basically see us through. And we've worked it out. We will have between 18 months, well, between 12 months and 18 months for it to work, for it to pay for itself, if that makes sense. So it's things like we've got to get a car, got to lease a car, our mortgage is up, so we've got to renegotiate a mortgage. Obviously, I'm not going to get any money, etc. So we've worked it all out. We've worked everything out to the closest penny or cent. And we've got about 12, I'd like to say 12 months, because one of the great things, we could go to America for more than like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's the exciting thing. That's the really, really exciting thing. We could do a bit of a road trip across the States. Now, with this in mind, I know you're probably thinking, well, it's quite reckless, quite reckless. And life, something I wanted to tell you, life is so short, guys. Life is so short. And in my life, I've always sort of followed my head and my heart and my gut. And it's never done me wrong. It's never, ever, ever done me wrong. And this feels right. And when my dad, God bless him, my dad died unexpectedly, out of the blue. It kind of reconfirmed everything. We're not here for long. None of us get out of this thing called life alive. None of us. And all we've got is memories. And for me, even if it's 12 months, I'm going to be able to spend the next 12 months every day with my girls. And that is more important to me than a fancy car or a fancy salary, etc. I get to spend every day with our girls. And it's exciting. It's bloody scary, but it's exciting. But now, I broke it to the patrons yesterday. The hard work starts in the first, the 1st of April. Just very, 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 very quickly. David, patron as well. Super chat. Thank you so much. Happy cash. Thank you so much, David, patron as well. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. We'll get on to different ways you can support the channel, which doesn't mean money. But the exciting thing is we have got between 12 months and 18 months. So if we go to America, obviously that's going to eat into the savings and stuff, which is fine. But we need to sort of speculate to accumulate. I don't know if you've heard of that thing before, or that saying before. This is life changing. And I don't use those words lightly. This is life changing. Incredibly scary. But with it comes an element of excitement. Now, you're probably going to be seeing a bit more of me on YouTube. I was thinking we could do live cook-alongs. I've seen Cowboy Kent does cook-alongs. I could do like a live smoke. I could be doing a smoke, 12-hour live stream. The shelter does have power, so I could rig up a laptop. We could do a whole smoke. It might be like 8 o'clock in the evening for you, and it might be like 4 o'clock in the morning for us, but I'd be like up and I'll be able to do a live stream with you. So I really want to sort of do this. This is hard work. This I mean this. I'm not trying to be corny or anything, but it's the American dream. It's the American dream. I know I'm not American, but that dream to go for your dreams, do everything you can to make that dream happen. Congratulations to Jane. Love you, Jane, who's been a member for 11 months. Steve Williams from Kentucky, absolute legend of the channel and Patreon. Steve, super chat. Thank you so much. $10. Honestly, thank you so much. Polly, $10.
Super
thank you.
chat.
Can't wait for your new adventures. Yes, it's like I say, it's scary, but it feels right. It feels right. And let's say the worst thing, the worst case scenario, it doesn't work. Either Nakita or myself will have to go and find a job. it kind of goes against the grain of being, you know, rationally thinking. It's scary. It is scary, but you know, we've got you guys helping us. Not just I don't mean just financially, but to, you know, to bat ideas across, to have you, to know you've got our back is absolutely incredible. We've got a new member.
New member.
Aidan, thank you so much. And bloody hell,
Super chat.
20 pounds. Hask 94. I love you, man. I love you very much. We need to get you on a video as well. Silver Sergeant, wow.
Super chat.
Thank you so much. Like I say, I'm not here begging for money or anything like that. You know, if you want to help support us, just watch our videos, like and subscribe and share them out. This, like I say, please don't think we're here making loads and loads of money. We're not the size of the other channels. You know, we're not like the other reaction channels that are like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times bigger than we are. You know, we aren't a reaction channel anymore. You know, we're not making that kind of money. But I guess I'm a lot older than those guys, and I'm at that crossroads. You know, I've got a young family, and for me to miss out on the next, let's say 12 months, let's be conservative about it. The next 12 months, I get to see our girls grow up. I get to see Alyssa's first steps. I get to see her and listen to her first words. When she stands up, when she crawls, I get to see that. I won't be working in terms of, I won't be traveling. I won't be away. I mean, next week, I'm going to be away for 3 nights. It breaks my heart. I love being with the guys at work. We have such a laugh. But it breaks my heart being away from the girls. When Elana was born in when Elana was born, there was a show, exactly the same show, but 4 years ago. And it broke my heart to go to the same show. It was away for 3 nights. Absolutely broke my heart. And for me, one thing I've learned from you guys, friendship and family is number one, more than, like I say, the big fancy car, you know, whatever, you know, whatever. So I can't put a price. I was like, David, what would you trade for a year? What with your children? £500,000, £1 million? You can't put a price on seeing those things, being with your children, witnessing those once in a lifetime opportunities. Your daughter make their first steps, say their first words. You can't put a price on that. So it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. Hard work starts now. But there's one thing I've learned from you Americans is you work hard and love your family, be polite, and you make your own luck. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the American dream. I got super chat. Jane, oh, bless you. Jane, back you all 100%. We will always have you back. Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much. We got a couple of members here, 6 months. Catcher, Steve Williams, legend, supporting for been a member for 24 months. Really looking forward to your new career. Oh, yes, it is going to be a new career. It's crazy. It's kind of, it's yeah. Yeah, crazy, but amazing times.
Super chat.
Cured, $5. Thank you so much. Honestly, please, thank you so much. Peter Terry, God bless. Thank you, $5. Thank you so much. Wow, catch up. Sent 10 Mr. H and Friends memberships. Wow, thank you. That's incredible. Oh, Joanne,
super chat.
Love you, Joanne. Supports us on all of our platforms. We absolutely love you, Joanne. Bloody love you. You got this. We have you here. We are here for you all, no matter what. Thank you so much. 6 months.
Super chat.
This is the time to do it. I'm 63. trust me, you can always get a job if you have to. But what you have as you get older are your memories. Yes, no money can take those away. Enjoy. I go from kawaii. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. Sixth mums. Thank you so much. That's so true. That's so true. Thank you. Baggers Wolf is sent 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Interpines, oh, bless you. Bless you. $25. So happy for you and your family. Thank you so much, blimey.
Super chat.
I mean, it's incredible. You know, I'm not here begging for money or anything like that. Just not at all. Not at all. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Like I say, watching, subscribing. You know, if you've got any friends that might be interested in the channel, you know, put them, please, you know, share it out. That would be wonderful. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Some wise words in the chat. Absolutely wise words.
Super chat.
Carl Hamilton said you should try a barbecue restaurant. Yeah, well, yeah, we can't afford that, I'm afraid. But you know, one thing we could do, you know, we got this YouTube thing, you know, as a business. You know, I'm looking at all different ways to make this work. I'm looking at helping certain businesses look after their social media. So I'll be their social media manager. So, and I'll be able to help them grow, but at the same time bring another sort of revenue stream in. And this is one thing I did say when I've not told you this, but my company that I'm, you know, currently working for, I've got such a good relationship with them. My boss is like a really good friend of mine, and there's an opportunity for us to do work with them. So help them with some of their marketing and social media campaigns. So I'll still be sort of behind the scenes with that company, which is incredibly special. And so yeah, I'm just trying to look at all different ways of trying to make this work, basically. And that's the exciting, but scary, but exciting thing. But yes, Polly, thank you so much for 5 memberships. Watch your Callie, come to the DC area for the 4th. Yeah, we've
super chat.
We have kind of discussed. We have kind of discussed potentially something. It's obviously a big one, 4th of July for you. It's a big year for your independence. There is the World Cup. The soccer World Cup's going to be in the Americas, and obviously Alana will go to school in September. So 250 years. That's right. Yeah, and yeah, you know, we've got to make a decision now. I mean, as you know, my dream would be to get an RV and do a big. But you know, we can't be silly because we've got a pot, and once that pot's gone, go back to work. Although, you know, this is going to be work, but we're going to have to, you know, because we've got a mortgage to pay, and you know, we've got to put food on the table and things like that. So we are, yeah, well, I can say it's exciting times. It is exciting times. Yeah, it is very exciting. Our families have been very, very, very supportive of it, and they kind of see where we're coming from. Because obviously, it's like, well, you're giving up a good job. You know, you've got guaranteed income, and you're going to give that up for something that can be like this and is like this. But no one. And I heard this years ago, and I can't even remember who told me. And it was no one on their deathbed says, I'm really glad I went into work that Saturday, or I'm really glad I went into work that Sunday, or I'm really glad I worked and missed my kid's sports day or something like that. They don't say that. They go, I wish I spent more time with my family. I wish I told my wife I loved her more. I wish I told my parents I loved them more. I wish I did more with my children or more of my life. And I know you've got to work. You have to work to get money. And times like this is probably the hardest times I've known life. Bills are up the roof up here. Food is really expensive. So, on the outside looking in, it might be look like a stupid thing to do, but I don't know. I just feel something in my bones, in my gut, in my heart. This is this is something special.
Super chat.
Florencia, bloody love you. Please come visit us in Indiana. Yeah, there's 50 states. Absolutely. And Indiana is one on the list that we've not been to. Absolutely. How good would it be to do an RV road trip? I love driving in America. I don't love driving over here. That's for sure. I do not like driving over here at all. But yeah, Florence, for $20. Thank you so much. That's really, really incredibly kind. Um, if you are watching, and appreciate if you do want to support us any even more. I don't want to peddle, but if you really do want to, support us more, we do have a Patreon. The reason I say Patreon is because Patreon takes less of a cut than YouTube does. But yeah, Mr. H and Friends Patreon. I'll shut up and move on. T260.
Super chat.
First time I saw your name, I was like, it sounds like a Terminator model. T260. I could see a future collaboration between you and Luke from the Outdoor Boys. Oh, yeah, maybe Kent Rollins again. Yeah, I've really got into Outdoor Boys. Really, really got into Luke. I just find him incredibly easy to watch. And just such a likable character, such a knowledgeable, likable character. And he's got everything. He's got his editing down to a T. He's funny. He's got the family involved. He's a family man, loves his wife, loves his kids. And I'm like, that to me, that's like a real inspiration. He's not flash. He's not pulling up in a Lamborghini or anything like that. He's doing the hard work. He's doing the hard graft. He's making an igloo, all on his own. And he's always got a couple of GoPros and about 50,000 batteries, and he's like digging away. And I got a lot of respect for him. I mean, amazing to meet him one day. But mind you, we said that about Cowboy Kent Rollins. We got to meet him. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that would be an awesome collaboration. I always quite fancy making his bread. He makes the dough, doesn't he, in the sandwich bags, and he adds water, mixes it all up, and then leaves it overnight, and then gets a little pan out over a fire or coals and makes some bread. And I thought, I always fancied doing that. But yes, if you are joining us, yes, we're going full time. I'm working till the end of this month. And as of the April the 1st, we are out. We are free. I say free, it's not the right word. But we are, kings of our own futures and destiny. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of work. And as I said earlier, knowing that we've got you to talk to have ideas with, to knock ideas back and forth, I think is is an absolute incredible thing. Blimey, geez.
Super chat.
John Blackhead, wow, $100, bloody hell. Gee, David, here's a little financial support that I promised. I'm sure your decision will be widely successful. Bloody love you, Doug. Oh, Doug, love you, honestly. Thank you so much. Again, another patron as well. Big friend, family channel, friend of the channel. So yeah, wow. That's incredibly kind. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just very, let's say, humbling. Very, very humbling, the support. And I that's the one thing one of many things I really admire about Americans in America. They really get behind people and they really celebrate success and they really sort of get in the, yes, you can do this, and Brits can be quite negative. And it's quite easy over here to fall into that negative thinking that, oh, I can't do that. I am, what if? And if, people did think like what ifs all the time, people would never achieve anything. People would never go and make, these kind of decisions. I've seen so many of the, particularly like the barbecue guys that started from nothing. They literally remortgaged their house or mortgaged their house to fund their business. I mean, they're putting everything into it, and I'm like, well, we could do something like this. I've got some savings. I've got some savings I can put into it. And yes, it's going to be bankrolling us for a year, 18 months, but it's going to be, it's going to be, it's not going to be impossible. Put it that way. It's going to be a lot of hard work, a lot of thinking. How can we, generate more revenue? How can we grow the channel? Is the main thing. If we can grow the channel and get the average views up, that'd be incredible. But at the same time, giving you what you want to watch. Wow.
Super chat.
Lucy, your family brings our Texan family so much joy. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for, sticking with us. Thank you for watching us. Means honestly so much. Carl Bowl,
Super chat.
Texas, get a collab with Chud's Barbecue. Bradley Robinson. Yeah. I mean, we did, funny enough, when we went to Texas last time, we did try reaching out because I've got him a pot of Bovril. I remember watching a video. He said he really likes Bovril. So I've got your pot of Bovril. I'll just drop it off. I don't even need to see you. I'll drop it off. But you never heard anything back, unfortunately. But he might probably thought I was some weirdo. Probably. So, yeah. Nakita is in the chat under Mr. H and friends. So if you've got any questions, if I'm jibber jabbering, please put them in the pin in the comments, please. So yeah, the big one, like I say, the big one, and I said it already. The big one is life is just too damn short, too damn short. And if you try and play it too safe, like I say, we know this is a very, very calculated thing I've done, or we've done. We've been talking about it. It's not a case of like, right, that's it. Bye bye. I'm going to do it. It's been a long time of us thinking, planning. It's all little things like, obviously I'm not going to have a car because I've got a company car, so we've got to lease a car and all these kind of things. So we the reason I'm saying that, it's not like a woe is us or woe is me. It's just like, well, we've had to think about this. We've had to think about this. So it's like, we don't just go in it and just go, oh my, oh gosh, we're going to have nothing in like 3 weeks time kind of thing. It's like, well, we've got this, worked it all out. And I just know together we can do it. I know together we can do it. And I'm looking at all different ways of trying to make this work. So please don't think that we're raking loads of money in and and it's all going to be yay. It's going to be a lot of work. We know where we need to be. We're not there yet, but the savings, hopefully, we can grow to a point where we break even, and then we can start to sort of relax a little bit. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think it's good to test yourself, and I think it's very. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's quite an American thing to do. It's quite an American thing to do, is go take that, the pursuit of happiness, or just feel the fear and do it anyway, and just go for it. Go for it. And you've got these people. We've got you, our family, our friends. Rooting for us. Yeah, it's good. I mean, there's been so many changes to the channel. Like I say, when we started in lockdown, I was doing challenges, and then I got involved into reactions, and it kind of like made sense, because I was like, well, first country I ever went to was America. I love America. I wanted to learn more about America. I've got family in America. I've now got actual family that are Americans, born in America. That's outside the blood, if that makes sense. In fact, a family, and it was great. We do live shows. We end up talking about food, always talking about food, and obviously the reactions. I enjoyed the reactions. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the reactions, but with that hassle of always thinking we are 3 strikes away from losing the channel, and then it's gone. I wasn't sleeping, and I can't live like that. I'm a worrier. I can't help, but I admit it. I'm a worrier. Can't do it. But I get a chance now we get a chance to create something to show you this, these things we're learning, these skills we're learning. We grow with our knowledge and our cooking skills. We're not cooks, but we grow as a family. We're sharing these moments with you. We're sharing the moments when, Alana's trying all these different foods, and it won't be long before Alissa, pardon me, she's sitting up, she's got two teeth, she's starting to eat, and it won't be long before she'll start trying different, American cuisines, you know, and it's going to be this wonderful journey, this incredible journey. Um, and we're going to do it as family. And that's what's incredibly important to us all. But again, the exciting thing is we could do, within reason, don't do it. We're not going to do anything silly, but we could do an RV trip. It doesn't have to be, it wouldn't be able to do it for months on end. I wish we could, but we've got responsibilities over here. We'll still have to edit the videos while I'm out there. So it will mean having to because my laptop wouldn't be able to handle editing. This Mac that I'm on now is pretty much nearly dead because I've edited so many videos on it. So it might mean we can't get a new laptop. So all these little things we've got to think about, which is fine, which is fine. But please don't think we're just jumping into this without, thinking about it or going into this blindly, if that makes sense. So as long as we've got you guys, that's the main thing. Ways you can support us: watch our videos, subscribe, see if you can click the all button, share the videos out. That would be wonderful. And if you've got ideas for things what you do, I've got a notepad here. What would you like to see us do? I mean, I was thinking I could get up at 4 a.m. over here, which is fine. I could start a smoke, but at the same time I could go live. It'd be like evening time for you. I could do a live. It might be you wouldn't want to watch the whole thing, but you could check in and out as the day goes on. Or if you wake up in the morning, you'd be like, "Oh, wonder what he's doing now." It's like, "Oh, we're nearly there now. We're wrapping it up," and little things like this we could do. We could do. And like I say, I get to spend and see Alissa take her first steps, say her first words, do a crawling, do the crawling backwards to start off with and then forwards, and to hear her say damn dada for the first time. You can't put a price on that. And like I say, if the worst case scenario happens, it doesn't work out, either Nakita and I will have to get a job maybe back into our respected industries. But that's kind of where we are there. If you are, in a position, and I know a lot of you aren't, I wouldn't be in a position to do it, but we do have Patreon. That's a great way to support us. And we do a lot on Patreon. We do a lot on Patreon. We do a lot of behind the scenes. We broke this news to Patreon yesterday and said that we were going to be going live and sharing this news with the whole community. Donald Miller, welcome to a new member. Mr. H and friends, thank you so much. Thank you so very, very much. So if you've got ideas for things that we can do, it's got to be food related. I just think there's so much we can do. And the other thing is it's got to the point now, because obviously I've been working full time. And there's obviously there's a lot of traveling. When I finish work, the computer's off. I'm downstairs. We might be videoing, and then once it's videoed, I'll edit. So 3 videos a week editing, plus work, plus my Masonic duties. We obviously, as you know, I lost my dad. We've had some things to do with my mum. My mum's had to go, unfortunately, into a home, which we've had to organise. But be a husband, be a dad. It's been so much, and it's got to that point now. It's been years. Obviously we've had Alissa over 6 months ago now, and it's getting to the point where I'm like I'm burnt out completely. And you don't want to be in a place where you're like there's no life. There's no, zero. Literally, I mean, the past sort of 4 years, there's been zero downtime. Even when we've gone to America, we've been traveling back home, back at our apartment or something, editing, go to bed, wake up, traveling, and it's been non sort of stop, and it's been great. That's what I've wanted. That's what I've wanted to do. But it's got to a point now where I look in the mirror and I look at myself 4 years ago, and I look at myself now and I go, bloody hell, I don't even recognize myself. I'm grey, looking older, and getting older, I guess. But it's getting to that point where I need to sort of not take time out, but like try and take a stress. I'm not sure it's the right word, but it gets to the point. It's just like 24/7, 24/7, weeks. No days off, no days off at all weekends. And it's getting to the point. I've got to. Well, I want to go down and see my mum, and obviously she lives a little bit of a way away. So that takes a day out, and which isn't a problem. So there's going to be a little bit more time, and it just makes sense. If you were to zoom out from life at the moment and look in, it does something's got to give, basically, is what I'm saying. And I don't want that to be me. I don't want that to be me. Anyway, this is not a woe is me. This is exciting time. This is an exciting moment. I'm incredibly grateful for my current employer. Um, Lovely company, great people, absolutely great people, and I couldn't ask for a better company to work for, and I mean it. I'm not just saying that. They are good friends, good people, good company. It's the kind of company that people stay there for 30, 40 years. That kind of company, and I can't, bloody hell. I don't think that we've ever had a
Super chat.
that much. Jeez. I'll put my glasses on because I'm not sure if I'm reading this right. Is that Hikarat Sun Dithiga? I'm so sorry. $250. Bloody hell. Jeez. Good luck. Work hard, yes, but don't overwork yourself. When you are your own boss, you can very easily strive to work harder, which is not bad in itself. Don't overwork yourself and get burnt out. I suggest not trying to monetize everything in your life. Make sure you make time for yourself. Wowzer. Geez. Thank you. I've never had $250. Geez, thank you so much. I'm butchering your name though. Hikarat, Hikaratsun, 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 a death and a death. I'm so sorry, but wow, thank you so much. That is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. Great advice. Again, it can run away with you. You don't want to get to that same position where you're like, and you still haven't got time for yourself. You still haven't got time, and that's the thing, is not to get too distracted and be present in the moment. And that's something that I need to be better at. I need to be better at being present in the moment, and I don't know, seizing a day, and yes, Guy Fawkes, work smarter, not harder. They say, work smarter, exactly. Um, it's just, yeah, this journey is has been life changing. When I say life changing, I'm not meaning that we are in a position to buy Lamborghinis and things like that. When I say life changing, I mean life changing in the people we've met. Nakita read out an email that we had today from someone that has been going through an awful lot. And we had a beautiful email from this person saying how much we've changed her life. And we're one of the first two people she subscribed to, and get so excited for our videos, and it sort of really lifted her up. And that's what I mean by life changing. Not life changing in terms of, yeah, we're going to put a new pool in the backyard. That's not what I mean at all. But the friends we've made, changing and helping people across the pond, and in Canada and Mexico, and wherever you are. That's what I mean. The friends we've made, the people we've met, the people we talk to, and we want to come out to America and meet as many of you as we can as well. And yeah, it's incredible. And we've got a new member. Damu's Barbecue. I often see you in the chat, and thank you so much. Welcome, Mr. H and friends. Thank you so much. That means so much. You guys are just incredible. If you haven't liked the video, please like the video. But yes, the big news is yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy. But again, exciting. Yeah, we need to know what more can we do. I don't think we could do another video in terms of filming, editing, and doing it justice. I don't want to ever put out a video that's like rushed. And I think if we were to do a fourth video a week, with all the editing and everything that goes into it, the thumbnails, SEO, etc., I think you would notice it would feel rushed. And that's the last thing we want to do. But certainly, maybe some more vlogs, maybe, like I said, more live videos. We do have our second channel, Mr. H and Family, which is mainly the taste test. So if you don't want to see the cooking, you don't want to see the blab, jibber jabber, you want to get straight to the taste test, we've got Mr. H and Family, which is just the taste test of all our videos. But we do tend to put a few British things in there. So we did a fish and chips video, Scotch eggs video. That's Mr. H and Family. Wow, TTT 260
Super chat.
bless you. $20. What new things are you interested in learning to cook? I would love to help you with your outdoor Dutch oven cooking. I'm not sure if that's your thing. You've done amazing when it comes to barbecue. Just curious. I mean, an area we need to be better at is certainly the cast iron cooking. Now, I know you are very good at your Dutch oven cooking outside. I am not confident cooking on a Dutch oven at all with coals. We'd have to sort of work out how we would do it, because now our backyard is just paving slabs. So whether we need to get like a raised pit or something, I don't know. That's something we could do. That's something that I'm not great at. But again, I better get back on to the smoker again. And all you guys, I haven't forgot you guys that helped put some money towards our brisket. We are still going to do it. We just haven't had a chance. We haven't had a chance to do it, but we will. We will, and that's the exciting thing. Our world's our oyster. We can. We've got this level of freedom, not complete freedom. We can't do whatever we want willy nilly, but we've got this sort of freedom where we can, if we do decide to do something, take a calculated risk and go across the pond, we can do it. That's the wonderful thing. And I've just seen an absolute legend.
Super chat.
Wendy. Love you, Wendy. David and Nakita. I so wish I was able to meet y'all when I was in London 3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago? With the train strike and timing. Yeah. It's sad it didn't work out. Well, we're definitely coming back. We're definitely coming back. That's the yeah. Like, Wendy, was that really 3 years ago? Wow. 3 years ago. I just saw Joanne said Boomy. I like Boomy. Yeah, we like Boomy. She's done a few reactions to us. I did message. She probably hasn't seen it, but on one of her videos, I'm sure it was about barbecue, and said, "Look, if you want to come down to, I'm not sure where she lives. Is it Wales? Was she a bit more up north?" I said, "Look, if she wants to come over and be on one of our videos, she's more than welcome to, try a taste of barbecue. We're looking at collaborations. Anything like that would be definitely, definitely. Some of the bigger reaction channels, I have reached out to. I've emailed them personally, but I've never heard back. So, people are different. People might not be their thing. People are busy. Or I might have just got into spam. Probably going into spam. Not the food and the canned spam, but the spam bin. But yeah, we have reached out to quite a few people, but we've not really had much back, which is fine. You know, no great shakes. But yeah, I did reach out to Boomy, if she is watching. Timestamp this if you can. 46 minutes into the video. Boomy, you are more than welcome to come to Bristol, and I will cook you some Southern or American style low and slow barbecue. So yes, is that a Whataburger cup? Yes, it is. What a cup! What a burger! What a cup! Mm. Spam, 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 wonderful spam, glorious spam. I can't sing too much because I can't sing. I don't want to save your eardrums, but also Alana's just across the hall and she is asleep. God bless her. But yeah. I mean, I know a lot of you have, some of you been with us for a few months. Some of you have been with us for a year. Some of you would have been with us for a couple of years, and some of you would have been with us from day one. And it's just been such a journey. Honestly, such a journey. And to be here now, we're 100, we're not massive channel. We're not a massive channel, but 131,000. That's incredible. You never ever thought we'd ever get there or to here, and it's just that, I just feel we need to take that next step, that it's going to be a gamble. And wow, Ron,
Super chat.
Ron has pretty much been there from day one. Ron, California. Love you, Ron. Hi, mate. You shouldn't be giving us money, Ron. You've got your own problems and stuff, Hi, mate. Very excited to hear that you guys are taking the plunge to follow your dreams. I love your videos even more now because it helps me keep going more than ever. I love you all so much. Ron, thank you so much. You didn't need to do that. You've got your own stuff going on, and yeah, thank you so very much. Angie Sanders,
New member.
Restoration Friends, thank you so much. And Carl, celebrating 90 months, Restoration Friends. We've got some legends in the chat. I mean, you're all legends. Monty, been Steve Williams, been real good. Interpines, I love you. Alan Whetstone, he's in the chat. He's here. We can start now. Alan, good. I mean, you're all wonderful, good friends and family of the channel. But yes, I'm stepping down from my duties of my current employer, and yeah, it's yeah. I hope I should do a video to myself in 18 months' time, and then see where I am in 18 months' time, and look back and either go, "Yes, it's the greatest decision you ever made," or like, "What are you doing, you idiots?" I don't think it'll be "What are you doing, you idiot," because I'm going to have a big role in, with Elana and Alissa. And wow, oh wow, literally wow.
New member.
Oh blimey, I'm sorry. MGP MGPM17. Wow, thank you. I'm a WoW member. Thank you so much.
Super chat.
$10, thank you. Moose Barbecue. Can you tell us what state are you in? Do you have your own barbecue, or have you got your own barbecue channel? Moose Barbecue, let us know. Oh, I need to do this first.
Wow. Super chat.
Erica, our daughter, our firstborn. As a lot of you, well, not a lot of you will know, Erica. So incredibly proud of you. Can't wait to see what's in store for you. We're all here always, and we're always here for you. And can't wait to meet you someday. Yeah, absolutely, Erica. Thank you so much. $20. That's incredibly kind. Erica has been is a patron, been a long time friend, family of the channel, and I've got a lovely story. And if you've heard it all before, I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. Erica made a joke about us adopting her. And Erica, can you remind me how it's a few years ago now? Erica sent us a parcel, but within that parcel was actually adoption papers, and that was like I was in hysterics. It was one of the most funniest things ever, and I was like, "This is actually adoption papers." So she is our firstborn, Erica, our firstborn. We love you very much. From one legend to another. I'm Alan Whetstone, Texas. I'm celebrating being a member for 25 months. Also a Patreon. Love you, Alan. Love to Aaron. Obviously, you got the news, exciting news, and yeah, it's incredible, absolutely incredible, and it makes it the more exciting to be able to share this with you guys. And bloody hell,
Super chat.
Dan, $134. Wow, thank you, Dan, so much. Dan, thank you so incredibly much. Good friend of the channel, and love you. That's so kind. That's incredibly kind. Yeah, it just blows us away. All we've ever asked for is your time to watch our video. If you can, give us a like, subscribe. It's such a like weird. Everyone says it. Oh, it means so much to us, but it's like it really does mean so much to us. It really does. This is the future for the family. This is it. We're all. We are all in. We are all in. So yeah, if yeah, that's the best way to support us, is watch our videos, share them out. If there's anyone if there's any like platforms or any chats or anything like that, please share it out. It's free to do it. It'd be wonderful. But also, if you do, we do have Patreon as well. The reason I keep going on about Patreon is because it's a membership scheme. They don't take as much as YouTube does, but we do a lot of behind the scenes on Patreon. And now that we're going to have a bit more time, we're going to get back on track doing live Zooms. So on Patreon, as a member, it doesn't matter what tier you are, you can join us for a live Zoom. So you can come up on the screen, we can talk, tell you what's going on behind the scenes, just have a chat and catch up and ask us questions and stuff. But also there's videos, there's pictures, but you might not be that interested in us, to be honest. You might go, yeah, I only watched you a couple of times, not really that bothered. And that's fine. If you can watch our videos, that's brilliant. And I know one hole doesn't fit everyone, or one pin doesn't fit every hole. You know what I mean? So that's what we got. I've just seen hot chicken. I'm sorry, I don't know why my eyes just went. Dave's hot chicken. That sounds good. Um, I'm so happy to share this moment with you guys. You guys, honestly, are just absolutely amazing. Um, and yeah, it's. I don't want to get all like. I don't want to get all like soppy and all that sort of stuff because you don't want to see a grown man start blubbing. But you know, since we had Elana, my life. Dial it back again. Since I met Nakita, I never knew what happiness really was. You know, you hear things about you know your soulmate, but when someone loves you and cares about you, genuinely cares about you, it's like it's just so. Um, I don't know. I won't get too soppy. It just changes everything. Restores your faith in humanity, and you really feel like you've met your soulmate, someone that loves you, and you can have a laugh with, you can hold hands, and you know you love. And then you know, I didn't think it would get better. And then we had Alana, just like my heart grew. And then, and actually, Nikita told me this years and years ago when she had a nephew, but then her niece was about to be born, and she would always say, I don't know if I can love another human being as much as I love her nephew because she has so much love for him. And this other baby's going to come along. She just, I don't know what this baby is. What? How am I going to love this? You know, this other baby. You know, there's no room. And I think it was her mum said, "You find love. You find love." And I kind of listened to that, and I was like, "I love Alana so much. I don't know if I could love another baby as much as I love Alana." And then as soon as Alissa was born, I was like, "Oh my days, I got just as much love." And it's like my heart grows. Your heart grows, and you know, a lot of you will have children who will know and understand this. And it was like, wow, your heart grows. You know, there isn't a ceiling for the love. It's just like it just grows. And it's like when I see, you know, I see Alissa, I'm like, oh, the innocence. You know, you walk in a room and her face lights up, and I'm like, that's better than any paycheck. I tell you, that's better than yeah. You got to pay the bills. I'm not saying you know, but when you see your children, you know, you got a 4-year-old bouncing up and down and daddy, and then you get your you know Alyssa 6-month old looks around and just her eyes light up. Her eyes light up, and that's not false. You know, that's not wanting money from dad's wallet. That's like love. And that's what I'm focusing on. Hard work, but loving the girls, loving loving Nikita and the girls, and trying to be a better husband and a better dad, and being there. Because I, you know, I don't want to get too soppy. You know, growing up with my dad was always working, always working. When he was home, he was asleep because he was so tired because he was working all the time. And I remember I just always wanted to go fishing with him, and it never happened. It never happened. And then when Dad retired, he had the time. And of course, I was much older, and I was like, don't really want to go fishing. And we did go fishing once, um, and that's another story. That's quite an amusing story. Let me know if you want me to tell you that. Um, but when I wanted as a child his time, he was working all the time, and he did his best. He worked his ass off. It was tough times. He worked his butt off so we could have food on our table. I Now I'm older, I understand and respect that completely, and he had no choice. But for me, I want to try and get that balance of working bloody hard, but at the same time being there when I can for the kids. And that's the most important thing. And geez,
Super chat.
P2070 P2070 $100. Geez,
Super chat.
is this live? My friend, this is live. This is live from Bristol, England. Is this live? Yes, it is, my friend. Best of luck with making this work. I started watching you the other day, and your content is great. Jeez, thank you so much. So, new subscriber. That is incredible. Thank you. Absolutely, thank you. And yes, we are live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the family. And I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away with you guys. You just absolutely incredible. But yeah, you're you're gonna have to put up with my ugly mug a little bit more. So there's gonna be a few more lives. Maybe we do some lives on the second channel. But again, it's what you want to see. If you want to see us do like a live cook along, but maybe like a live British foods. So if we were to do British foods on this channel, the algorithm would be like, "What are you trying to do? It's not going to work." I mean, unless it was like a proper food that everyone was really interested in. Britain's not really known for its food and its culinary skills, so we'd do that on Mr. H and Family. So and maybe do some vlogs, behind, we do behind the scenes on Patreon, but maybe do some like fun blogs on the second channel. But yeah, all this is down to like, what do you want? I said this from day one. This is your channel. Yes, we're on it. This is going to be our income. This is it. This is it. But it's what you guys want. That's the most important thing. Yes, vlogs, Erica. Yes. So maybe we'll do some vlogs on the second channel, Mr. H and Family. It won't be like massively high production, because let's see what we can do. Let's see how it goes. Let's do some like vlogs, maybe like family vlogs. It won't be so much about cooking. It'll be a bit more about family life, maybe. Let us know if that sounds good. TT60, wow, you
Super chat.
if you visit the US tomorrow, what new place would you go to? Now, as I was reading that, New Mexico came in my head. New Mexico. I don't know why. Not like I'm dismissive of New Mexico, but as I was reading this, if you visited the US tomorrow, New Mexico just jumped in my head. That would be my answer. New Mexico. Yeah. It'd be pretty hot though. Yeah, but not in the summer. I bet it'd be bloody hot. Arizona in the winter. Desert. Yeah. New Mexico. Pretty. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm always honest. I'm always like completely transparent. Occasionally something will happen and the word will come in my head, or I'd be like, and I'll just sort of say it and go, okay, yeah. I didn't think about that. New Mexico just came in my head. That was it. There's so many different states. I want to go. I want to go Minnesota. I want to go to Michigan. See John Helwig. We want to see all of you guys. I don't roll your eyes. Don't roll your eyes. But we'd like to go to Texas again. Do a road trip. Go through Texas. We can do Louisiana, California. We can go to Montana. I'd love to go to Idaho again. Washington, Nevada, Utah. Kentucky. The Virginias. Obviously we've got Maine and all the East. There's so much. There's so much. You could spend a lifetime. Um, exploring one state, and there's 50 of them. But this is where I get excited. Where can we go? What can we do? What can we see? That's the exciting thing. That's the exciting thing. But to do it as a family, that's even more exciting. Alaska. I definitely want to go to Alaska. I want to go Canada. I want to go Canada. And I want to go to Mexico as well. You know, I would love to go to Mexico as well and try, obviously the cuisine. There's so much we want to do. So much we want to do. And you don't want to get too carried away, you know, and just blow everything in 1 month. So we've got to think about stuff. But don't get that, Patreon, everything goes out to Patreon first. We're like, right, Patreon, what do you want to do? What can we run this idea with you? And it'd be like, yes, this is a good idea, or I've never heard of this. So Patreon is our sounding board, and then we talk and we roll things out. Laura H,
Super chat.
Texas. We had the pleasure of meeting Laura. Love you, Laura. $20. Thank you. Congrats, y'all. Oh, congrats, y'all. Will be in my prayers as usual. I know. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you. I know you will be a great cook along. Along would be awesome. A good cook along would be awesome. Post the recipes ahead of time, and we could cook together. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Happy to be a patron for over a year. Come back to Texas, Laura. Yeah, you're part of the furniture now. That I don't know. Do you use that in America? You're part of the furniture. You're part of the family. It wouldn't be right if you weren't there. Let's put it that way. Thank you, Laura. We had the pleasure of meeting Laura a couple of years ago, and yeah, wonderful times. I'll always look back at that. And it was that's one of many reasons why America as a whole means so much to us, but those times were very, very special. I remember being quite nervous because a few people, obviously, we hadn't met you before, and it's like, oh, um, you know, once if I don't know, you start thinking weird things, and like, once if they don't like us, or once if whatever. And you guys were amazing, so welcoming, so cool. And I think that was the first meetup we ever did. That was the first meetup. That was the first time we met Alan Whetstone and a few others. It was good times. Blimey, we got a
super chat.
$50 again. Oh my days. I'm butchering your name though. That's the only thing. Hikaratsu. If there is time, money, maybe make trying the best dish from every state and road trip series when visiting the US. Laugh out loud. Also, you can call me Hikara. Or Hikara. Bless you. Thank you, Hikara. That's incredibly kind. It goes to two huge super chats. Thank you so much, Hikara. Thank you. Thank you so very much. So yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting times. Exciting times. And again, we can soundboard stuff off with you guys, Patreon, etc. etc. I don't want to push that. So yeah, that's where we are. It's yeah. Is it scary? I think if you analyze the body, right? Let's get a bit deep now. When the body's analyzed and all the different things are being tested, anxiety and excitement on a graph are the same. So if you had anxiety here, like a little chart, and like excitement here, if you put them together, they're exactly the same. So I guess it's a kind of I'm very anxious. I'm always very, very anxious. I guess it's a kind of way of like trying to go, look, I'm not anxious, I'm excited. And it kind of turn that negative into kind of a positive. And I need to be better at that. And it's easy for me to get anxious about stuff and worry about, well, we know what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, how we're going to make this happen. It's like, no, I'm excited. And I got to keep reinforcing that. to myself, and I know we've got you guys. I, I don't think it would work with. I don't want to be disrespectful to European countries, but I don't think this venture would work. Let's say we were doing a European country. I don't know. Maybe it would. I don't know. But to have, I know it's kind of it's what Americans are. I'm not generalizing at all, but there's always this, the American dream. Okay, am I right? Is that right? The American dream, going for something and celebrating it and success and people behind you. Where in a lot of, over here and a lot of other countries, people want to sort of drag you down. They don't want you to succeed. Whereas I think Americans in America, not all, Americans we've met, the majority of the Americans we've met have been so behind and celebrate, behind us and, behind people celebrating success, celebrating hard work. Florencia. Proud Patreon member since 2023. Love you, Florencia. Absolutely. If you want to check out Patreon, please do. I know it's not for everyone. I don't mean to be peddling. I'm sorry if I do sound like that. I don't mean to be, but I just, in case someone's dropped in, that's a really good way to support us. Dan, it's all in your mindset, David. Remember that Nakita loves you and will gracefully kick your butt if you don't believe in yourself. Absolutely. And I think you'd have a few things to say as well. And that's the great thing about being in a relationship with your soulmate. And they will kick you in the ass when you need it, and vice versa. And I said this to Nakita the other day. There's no such thing as a 50-50 relationship. And now, hear me out. And by what I mean is very, very rarely are you both 50-50%. Normally I'd come home, I might be tired, hungry, grouchy. I would be at, let's say, 30, and Nakita will compensate and be 70. And then, there might be a day where, Alissa hasn't, struggled to sleep and she's tired or whatever, she's not feeling well. Nakita might be a 40 and I'll have to be a 60. Not have to be, but I'll be a 60. And then you I don't know, I'm probably talking rubbish now, but this is how I envisage relationships. But if you look at the medium or the meridian, I'm not sure that's the right word, but if you average it out, that's what I mean. If you average it out, it works out 50-50. Very, very rarely is everyone 50-50 all the time. It's great. Maybe in like Hollywood movies or, soaps, things like that. Yeah, that is how I see it. I'm seeing a couple legends in the chat. I'm saying loads of legends in the chat. Blanks in the house. Taylor. Oh, I love you, Taylor. When you're coming over to the UK, I'm missing a Taylor hug. Taylor from Blanks No One Asked For. Zach's in there. Oh, my days, Josh. We've got the whole crew. Where's Mark? How's Mark's back, by the way? How is Mark's back? I know he's back on the channel, but I was quite shocked to know that he really hurt his back. So love to Mark. Wax Mark's boobies. That's an old joke, but yes. So yeah, this is the news. We're going full time. I'm not sure how we're going to make it work, but yes, all putting everything into it, life savings, and we have got, depending on what we do and what we do, if we spend money, then it's going to shorten things down. But it's going to be about 18 months, maybe 12 months to 18 months to make it work. And if it doesn't work, we're going to have to go back to work, even though this is kind of work. But yeah, something I learned from you, amazing cousins across the pond, um, in the pursuit of happiness. You got to kind of go for these things and work hard and make your own luck. That's one thing I have learned over the years. You make your own luck, and it's through hard work. Yes, there's good timing, and yes, it might be someone that you know or whatever. Yeah. Why is everyone laughing at me? What have I done? What have I said? Am I blabbering? Is my got jibber jabber? Well, yes, yeah, Zach. When is the baby coming? Let's hang. Let's hang for a bit. Let's hang for a little bit. So, if any of you guys have got advice or tips on how we can increase views or revenue stuff, what's Nikita says? Nikita said something. What's Nikita said? What's Nick? Everyone's laughing with Nikita. What has she said? Do I need to go up? I've lost the chat now. Where's Nikita? Mr. H and friends. Mr. H and friends. I meant Poland, the country, when he was talking about Europe. Okay. So, what Nikita? Have you gone? Would you have gone live as well? I'm kind of. When everyone laughs at a joke and you're like, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm actually really not sure what's going on. Oh, OnlyFans. Well, that's going to be Nikita's thing. No one's going to want to see me, that's for sure. They might pay money not to see me. Georgia is pretty. Yeah, you know what? I've heard some really good things about Georgia. Not just the peaches. Bagger's Wolf, she's already promised you, David. Jeez, you need, if you want to see me on OnlyFans, you need to get out more. I mean, you don't want to see me, I tell you. Absolutely bloody not. You'd be paying to, you'd be paying for me to put my clothes back on. You won't be paying for me to take them off. That's for bloody sure. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think you like the national park. Yes. National parks. Oh, they've got so many good national parks. And that's one of the Luke from Outdoor Boys. He goes to a few national parks. Oh, they've got such a good channel. I'm kind of like gutted that he sort of stopped. But he massive YouTuber, massive. 20 million subscribers or something like that. And that goes to show you don't need, the Mr. Beast budget. Just a family, loves his wife, loves his kids. He's obviously got some, skills, knowledge to survival. But he's, lovely, likable guy. I'm sure he's the same off camera. And Cowboy Kent is exactly the same. Lovely guy. Lovely guy. Yes, Luke is a smart guy. He's a barrister as well, isn't he? Isn't that right? Is he a barrister or something to do with law? Is that right? Something like that. So what Nikita, are you going? What's happening? Are you Nikita, are you going for a poo? Or are you going to bed? This is the relationship we've got. Oh, feeding Alissa. Oh, you're going to do a bottle. Not doing a poo then. You sure? You know, I can hear when you do the flush downstairs. I can hear you. She said she's going to feed the baby. I'm not sure you leaving work's a good idea. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, thanks for being here. And yeah, just making this all special. And it's like this community we've got, if nothing else, we've got an amazing community. And we're so blessed, so incredibly blessed for you to be part of it. But while Nikita's going for a poo, I'm I'm going to say goodbye. I just want to say thank you all for all your support. Thank you for being here this evening. I'm going to say it one more time. If you can support the channel, we do have a Patreon. Please check out Patreon. If you can't and it's not for you, we understand that. But if you can, subscribe to the channel, share the videos out to your friends. That would be incredible. But thank you so very much. We love you. I love you, daughter. David Newland in the house. All of you, Tina, Joyanne, love you. Jane, Catherine, Gary, Laura, Hikara, love you guys so much. And all that leaves me to say is take care, God bless. And we'll see you in the next video. Love you guys.